go to work and get my shit done. And if I do a good job there and I get all this stuff done, then I will contribute to myself. So then I'll go exercise, or then I'll ride my bike, or then I'll do my yoga, or then I'll do my meditation, or then I'll write my gratitude journal. Guess what never happened? Give it to yourself first. All right. So start that daily habit and routine, and that will imprint that karma within your subconscious. Say what you're going to do and then do what you say. I learned this when I was only 28 years old, and I got a promotion to senior manager with a large bank here in Canada. And my senior vice president, I was really gung-ho at the time, obviously young buck, wanting to achieve, wanting to show everyone what I could do. And so I got this big project approved for a few $1 million. And the next week I thought, oh, this is great. I got one approved. I'm going to go get another one approved. And the next week, or the 2 weeks later, I don't know when the management meetings were, I showed up with a new presentation for a new project that I wanted to do. So like, I'm showing I'm a go-getter. And afterward, and they rejected it. And afterwards, my senior vice president had a little sit-down talk with me. And he said, you know, like, we gave you all those millions for this first project, but you haven't even really, like, you're just getting started on it. So do that first. And if that's successful, then we'll talk about this next thing you want to do. So he said his father, who was a surgeon, had taught him this thing when he was a kid. And he said it was ingrained in him to say what you're going to do and then do what you say. Say what you're going to do, then do what you say. That's imprinting in your brain. It's also imprinting in everyone else. And it shows that you're a stand-up person who is going to do what you say you're going to do. Lots of people say, oh, I'm going to do this, and then they don't do it. That creates karmic imprint inside of you and the people that are seeing it happen. Not good. All right. And I added one more thing to this. I said, and write it down so that you and everyone else remembers what the heck it is, right? Keep your promises. That reinforces what you say. That's directly tied into this and the karma. So if you say, you know, if you make a New Year's resolution that you're going to lose some weight and keep it off, sustain it, then do that. Because when you don't, what it's telling yourself, your brain, your inner emotional brain, it's telling your inner brain, which is that brain 1.0, it's telling it that it's okay to not keep a promise. It's okay to break a promise. It's okay to say you're going to do something and then not do it. Not cool. All right. Help another entrepreneur. If you're stuck, right? If you don't know what the heck to do, if you wake up too many days and just go, this isn't working for me, then take something that you can do well and go help somebody else. It doesn't have to be an entrepreneur. It could be a friend, it could be a peer, it could be anyone. Just go help somebody else. Because when you do that, it starts you into momentum. You start to feel good because you're contributing to somebody. Don't try to charge for it. Just help somebody. All right. And then seek help yourself and admit weaknesses. When you can admit your weaknesses and talk openly about it and be vulnerable, other people will come to your help. Split up your creative work versus your analytical work. So what I do is I do my morning habit routine. Then I do a little reading with my cup of organic lemon and ginger tea. And then I take out my iPad and I just create, start drawing and writing things and blah, blah, blah. Play music, just tap into playfulness, right? And then once I know what I want to do, then I come to my computer at my desk and I do the work, right? I do the Pareto principle type work. So split up your creative work and your analytical work, not just in terms of time, but where you do it. I don't do any creative work here at the desk. This is all for either doing what I'm doing here right now, which is a presentation for you guys, or you know, my analytical work. All my creative work is done somewhere else. And in the back in the day, I used to do it just on a notepad, and I would draw and write and put circles and come back to it later. And you could see, I could show you books that I've written in. Well, here's some stuff that I've written in. You can see where I've gone back and forth over and over and over, you know, writing things down, just trying to decide what it is that I want to show up in the world as. All right. Work in those 90-minute cycles, use the Pareto principle, and then do recovery fun. Reward yourself. You've done the work. You're upgrading your brain. Don't allow yourself to go back to the hustle and grind. And just say, well, you know, I finished in 3 hours, so I have to keep working, right? Got to do. Forget it. You created, you know, creation, the act of creation and being creative and coming up with new ideas and implementing those ideas takes a lot of energy within your brain, within your body. Go give back to yourself. Go for a ride on the bike, go for a nature walk, go shopping, do whatever it is that you love to do. Go swimming, I don't care what it is. Just find the stuff you love and go do that. Hopefully it's something where you're not just being sedentary. I want you to be active. Active rest and recovery is what it's all about. And then contribute to your mindset and personal development first, every day. I listen to podcasts, I watch YouTube channels, I subscribe to courses. I'm always trying to upgrade my own mindset and personal development. All right. And then use the first few hours of work to get the biggest thing done to help your audience or earn dollars, whatever it is that you can contribute to, get that done first. I can't remember who it was that said this, but eat the frog. Eat the frog first thing in the morning, because do something that you don't want to do, right, necessarily. And then get that out of the way, and then you can do the fun stuff. There's always going to be something. Hopefully you can outsource it or just cross it off the list. Sometimes you just got to do things that you're not feeling like doing. Like yesterday, I had to create this presentation. Didn't really feel like it, but as I got started, I got into the flow, and it just started, and 4 hours went by, and boom, I put it all together. It was great. And then reward yourself with a recovery day weekly. I try to say, okay, Friday afternoons, I don't work. Friday afternoons, I'm out riding my bike, typically. I'll do that, or I'll ride down. I'm only a couple of miles away from the lake here, so I'll ride my bike down to the beach, do some swimming, floating around, checking out the clouds. No emails, no calls, no nothing.